I want to give you an option. You can either, after watching this video, you can either pay for it, or you can allow me to publicize it and I'll do it for free. Which, you know, if you pay for it, you just go to my Etsy page. And there's a bunch of stuff on there. And depending on your price point, we'll negotiate. Right? I'd like 80 or 85% of my business to be making itself money so that I can sustain and continue to help others. And I want to donate the other 15 to 20% to those who need the leg up. And then when they start doing well, they can start buying some stuff. Okay? Because hopefully if I'm doing my job correctly, your life is hopefully getting better. Well, first it'll get worse, because usually after your first reading, you have like a shit ton of major changes that you need to decide whether or not you're going to work on, depending on what you want out of life, because that's what readings are, possibilities. Have you ever seen the Men in Black? And it's not the first one. I don't know if it's the second or the third one. But it's where he has to go back in time, and then he finds this guy who has the ability to see past, present, future of different versions. And he's such an empath that he feels every single one. That's what this practice is, hey, let me sit down with you and talk to you about your potentials. Right? And then you can decide whether or not you want to put the different kinds of work in. Right? Because God will get you there. Actually, God will tell you where to go. He'll be like, hey, this is what you should probably do. And then when you get to the point of having an opportunity to choose the Wheel of Fortune, what do you choose to do? Do you choose to face the fear and accept the consequences 100% of what that is? Because I don't make your choices for you. I just give you information. And then it's up to you what you do with the information. You're more than welcome to get the information and say, this woman's crazy. I'm not doing any of this shit. Okay. And you're also more than welcome to say, you know, I don't agree with all of it right now because I'm not ready. But there's a couple of things I think I could do that would make my life better. And I'd like the opportunity to do so. But first, knowing is half the battle won. So you got to go, okay, how do I figure out what my possibilities are? Well, that's where tarot cards are very useful. You can tap into your own ancestors, or you can have somebody do it for you. It's just like anything in life. You can do it to yourself, or you can have other people do it, but you have to pay them. Right? It's literally like anything else. It's a service. And it's something that people would probably prefer that I do all day long. But I don't make enough doing this to justify that. So the majority of my time is spent elsewhere. Plus, my son gets 80% of my time right now. And if it's not my son, then it's an alternative form of trying to figure out resources, you know? Most of the time, people donate things to me, which I super appreciate. You know, they're like, hey, I don't have the cash to be, you know, extra about this, but I wanted to give you all this food to appreciate you. And then you know what I do? Last time my friend gave me food, I gave it to my father-in-law. And he was so appreciative, he almost cried. it was a really nice gift. So, you know, I feel like your messages are in here. But I also feel like it should be a public reading. But it's up to you. I'm not going to name your name. But I will do your reading for you. Now, here's another reason I don't want to say what your name is. Because I feel like the question you ask, so many other people are asking. And I want to do a pick-a-pile. You know, determined by what's going on and how we choose. Does that put us in a situation where you happen to be his match? Am I his match? So many people want to know. Well, let's dive into it. And we're going to do it like a pick-a-pile. So that way, your actual story is in one of the piles, and the other piles are for random people that we don't know yet. But I'm sure they're already here because their energy's coming through. You have to think, like there's a lot, I've got 130. I just went down one space, which is fair. I know that what I talk about loses me people all the time. And it's okay. Sometimes you got to step away and then you can come back later when you're ready. It's a lot. That's why I don't record as many readings. I started out, with a lot, and then I do once in a while because the information gets more potent and strong because more people are watching. And if somebody doesn't need the story to be about themselves, they can pray that it reaches somebody else, with energy and love and compassion and understanding. These readings come out all different sorts of ways because there's all different kinds of people out there. So we're going to do a pick-a-pile. One pile is specifically going to be for you, my dear. My beautiful soul sister. I have several soul sisters. A soul sister is a woman that you really get along with, that makes you feel good about yourself, that challenges you, that works on themselves, that you copy and they copy you. You allow it because you're soul sisters. You learn from each other, you grow from each other, you're not worried about it. So yes, I call you a soul sister. Now, my chakra's getting blocked. I know, not everybody likes me saying that because you want to be your one person's best friend, and that's fair. I have a best friend. She is also a soul sister. I have many soul sisters, and I have many friends. And I do believe the reason that is because I get out in the world and I help people. And sometimes I get paid for it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Remember that? I don't know. How old are you? I can't remember. I never remember anything. That's why recordings are nice. Modern technology does help sometimes. I don't know why I felt like showing this card. We're doing pick-a-pile, but, we're going to start out with this. Maybe this is where he's at. He's in a fox energy. He's got a bunch of shit thrown at him, a bunch of knives, and now he's picking up the pieces and trying to get out of Dodge before the, spooky boogeyman comes to take him down. Isn't that life? There's always got to be a hater. What is that song? Every party needs a pooper. That's why we invited you, sir. Party pooper. What is that movie? Is that from The Big Lebowski? I can't remember. Okay, you ready? Pick a pile, pick a pile. I need things to be piles. If you've been meditating on this, that's your pile. If you've been meditating on this, that's a pile. I'm going to pull one card for each. This is one. That's one. If you've been meditating on that, how many is that? Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. This is actually a deck. We'll pull from this. Okay. So let's go. That's the 7 of Swords card I just put back there. All right. Dear bright and living ancestors, whoever's been meditating on this, what would you like to tell them about their connectivity with the one that we speak of? The moon. Very interesting. Oh, there's already a card upside down here. King of Coins. These are the cards for this one. Whoa, the Tower. Okay, I'm pulling more than one card. 4 of Cups. You need to shine light on the illusions that you're facing right now, because you're going to have a Tower moment with this King of Coins energy. You're always going to have that one that got away. You have all these full cups, but yet there's one that you pine over. Which is draining you. Whoever you've been talking to, you're going to have a Tower. And that's going to be the one that you feel like that's gotten away. But what's the truth? They're reverse page in coins, which means they're a fucking asshole. You're very generous. You're putting in a lot of effort with them. And they're just trying to prevent you from receiving your one new beginning that you are deserving of. And we have Six of Wands. This is not a new beginning. This is something that was manifested for you to make you stronger. Do you see anybody with her? Does she look happy though? Does she look powerful? Does she look beautiful, humble, and kind? I think she does. She looks strong. This looks like a warrior leader. Her horse looks well loved and cared for, and happy and peaceful, but also strong. That's because they went through this. So this was something, this whole experience was sent to you, and your connection with him was sent to you to break you down so that you could be built up and realize your own strength and your own power. You are very powerful and strong, and you're beautiful on the inside and out. You're pouring in empty work into this King of Cups energy. You're going to have a tower with this person. It's going to knock you upside down. And it's going to hurt that it wasn't your new beginning. This person was not doing this to just you. But why are you connecting with he who shall not be named in a good way? Not in a bad way. But this is not him. This was an experience. His energy was sent to you because it was being basically worn like an energetic skin by somebody else. And this was sent to make you stronger. Once you learn to let it go and enjoy your life, focus on what's around you. I see a peacock and a little musical bird outside, just a tiny little finch, watching over you, protecting you, letting you know if anything's going on. Yeah, you can mourn it, but this is about you right now, and not in a bad way, but in a good way. I went through this, and I'm delighted. Thank God I went through it. This is not a new beginning with this person or a new opportunity. This isn't a positive thing. There's somebody nearby you that's very generous with you, and he's got eyes for you, and you're just looking out like, oh, when is he coming? And he's right there. But you're so emotionally distracted by this, this idea of a family with somebody who you're not, if this isn't working. So, she's looking off at this shit, and meanwhile, he's right here. So whoever you are, you have somebody really lovely that's nearby you that really cares about you and loves you. And you don't see it because you're distracting yourself with this energy. You will have the world with this other person. See that? He's going to make you feel sexy and beautiful and loved. He's actually closer than you think. And he actually likes you. For who you are. He sees you for who you are and he likes you. He doesn't mind. He thinks you're fabulous. No, you will not end up with him. Don't feel shitty and spread that shittiness amongst others just because this isn't working. So you're right now being real bummed out because you're like, shit, it's not going to be with this person. It's going to be just myself. How boring is that? Well, yeah, maybe that's the point. God is telling you you are worthy of the energy. However, you still have work to do, and you must feel this disappointment and recognize the love that surrounds you and the people that surround you. Instead of soaking in all the energy around you and spreading out tears and daggers of heartache on others that are surrounding you, turn it around. Take all that energy and flow love. You don't have to be a 9 of Swords. You can let that go. It's okay. There's somebody so awesome that matches you. But you had to go through this. Why me? Because you had to. You weren't grown up enough yet for this awesome situation. And you couldn't have met them a moment sooner. So you needed to be distracted and you needed to be educated. Spot the love that is surrounding you. Don't worry about this 7 of Swords energy. Thank him for bringing you closer to your one true love. Because if all this didn't happen, then he might not have met you the way he did or whatever. So it's a good thing. Yeah, you're still going to feel bad about it. It's so silly because you've got 10 of Cups all around you. Okay, this is the next one. No, it's this little guy. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we've got King of Cups. So, 3 of Coins in reverse. I feel like you're losing money. What little you have, you're losing right now for this new emotional beginning with this reverse Page of Cups. So here you are fighting for something that's kind of shit. We've got King of Swords energy, 8 of Coins in reverse. Every time you put in something, it comes through and goes out. This masculine energy. This is not a union. This is another one of those money suckers. And they just keep coming back to you, trying to drain you. They're taking your kindness for weakness. You need to get away from this and stop worrying about the one that got away. This guy's a fucking creep douchebag. Stop giving your money to him. Enough. I command you to at least look at that. You know, you need to look at that for yourself. If you're giving this person money, why are you giving them money? Are you giving them money because they're being honest with you? Or are you giving them money because they're making you feel good about yourself or bad about yourself? But right now, you don't have the money to give, so you need to maybe stop doing that. I highly recommend you stop giving them money. Please. You're not doing anyone a service. I know I didn't. No judgment. I've just made the mistake, so I'm in a position to preach on the solution so that you don't have to experience the way I did. Now we're going to talk about the flower container. Let's see. If you've picked the flower container, the facial flowers. Facial flowers. I don't know. I liked my dirty one better. I loved facial tea bags. I think that's hilarious and fitting. Because you put the flowers in the tea bag, you boil some water, seep the bag, pour it in a bowl, cover it with a towel. When you're ready, you put your clean face over the bowl, and you let the vapors rise and calm your mind. You could do that at work. You buy yourself a hot water kettle from Target for what, 20 bucks? 30 bucks. Keep it at work. Have a bowl and your little flowers. And calm yourself. If you don't buy it from me, do it for yourself. Get the flowers yourself. You know? I encourage this ritual. It's really relaxing. Sometimes you can't take a bath, but you need one, so give one to your face. Okay, we have a new beginning here for the flowers. This is a new spiritual path where you are in a position to create. And it's with this King of Wands person. Fiery energy, the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's coming in swiftly. There will be no sadness here. There's the fox. fox is here, and he's watching you be generous with other people, persistently generous with other people, and he's proud of you. He's watching. This is him, and he's watching. He's watching you be persistently generous, even with all these bugs that you're surrounded by. And you're just generous and kind. And you're older. There's an Ace of Coins here, a new financial beginning. The communication is not the Knight of Cups you are seeking. The communication is from a player, a gamer, a messer, a fool. You will have no forward movement with this man. Whoever it is that you're actually talking to right now is not the person. But the person is watching you. And they're watching you be generous with all these people around you, no matter who they are. You're just flowing kindness where there was none before. And he's watching you, and he looks pleased. And it's persistent, like you're helping people regularly. He's impressed. He has not made himself known to you yet, though. There will be no heartbreak here. There will be no lovers. There will be no options. But there will be no sadness. He is not coming. He sees you, but he is not coming for you. Why? Because he doesn't believe that you have matured emotionally enough for him to come in yet. He doesn't think you're ready. Which throws him off. There's no happy family here, it's just cheating. So, I don't know if you're speaking to someone right now, but if you are, this new beginning you're having isn't with them. They're being a player, they're cheating. They're not trying to have happy family with you. They're trying to drain you of your resources. Because they see you're at a precipice, you're at a really great beginning. This is a Queen of Swords energy. A jealous brat. It's a jealous brat energy. They do not want happy family with you. I think you're emotionally imbalanced. They're not going to stop doing this. It's not going to be justice. You're in a self-imprisonment of your own doing in your mind about this lack of love. You're tired of being patient. But judgment is coming. And this is going to be the transformation that you need in order to... Wow, look, there she is again. So I feel like this experience with everybody experiencing, like I experienced it with my JD, it bossed me up. I am one of these objects, I'm sure. It bossed me up because you can't help but be in a reading that you're doing. You just have to be able to discern which one's you. But sometimes that's happening because Spirit wants me to be able to relate. Because if you can't relate, you can't speak on it. You can't preach on something you have no idea about. Right? Have you done it? Have you experienced it? So you're putting a whole lot of effort into this individual and you're going to get nothing back. But there will be justice. This whole situation will transform you for the better. And you're going to be one strong bitch because of it. I'm telling you what. You're going to be awesome. But you got to get out of your head first. You're not going anywhere with this. This is not the Emperor. This is a douchebag. Communication is mean and it's sent to destroy you. Make you feel bad about yourself sometimes. But it's underneath the cloak of the illusion of the sun. So you're being sold one story, but it's another. Oh, it's to set you up for the King of Coins. So you had to go through all this to be strong enough and powerful enough and aware enough to be able to spot your King of Coins. You had to go through this because there is this awesome guy. He's slow and steady, you know. He likes his emotions. He's good with them. He can hold a family together. He's got roots. He can last a while in the relationship. He'll stick with it. And he's got really intense eyes. You feel safe with this one. Two of Coins in reverse. So you're not going to get this with this person if you're still focused on this other douchebag who's not the love of your life. If you keep giving to this person, what? Okay, so if you give the energy to this King of Coins energy who's in your space, you've met him, you've seen him, he's around. He's got intense eyes. They're beautiful. They're warm. That's who you are a lover with. He's a beast, but he comes across cuddly, and he's stable, and he's sturdy, and he's got intense eyes. If you don't, you're just going to go through that fate. But if you do, you get 9 of Cups. You're always going to be pining for the one that got away for some reason. It's like you never want to have happy family. You keep getting these amazing kings in your sphere. And then it's like because you don't want to have heartbreak or see it over, you destroy it so you can have a new beginning, but that's weakening you. But you're like, I'm not sad though. Yeah, but you're not going anywhere. You're not sad, but you're still gonna have a tower. There won't be justice here. It won't end until you transform it. You have to transform it to get this 9 of Cups. You're worried about being cheated on. Or are you secretly deep down worried you're going to cheat on the other person? I think you're scared of the other women. So if you always pick somebody who's not quite available enough, then you distract yourself from the pain of not being able to be in a relationship because you're scared of being cheated on. Oh yeah, I know what that feels like. Get over it though. I mean, seriously, you have so many fucking options. Stop choosing the weirdos. You know? Transform this. You can transform this. I totally believe in you. I totally believe in you. And that's where you're going to find your new beginning. And it's going to be sturdy and it's going to be real. Just stop. Get out of your head. Don't sequester yourself off and be alone all the time. This is not the time to be alone. This is the time to have some hope. You're not even at 7 of Wands yet. You're still on 6. You're on 6 of Wands. Look up that card. Look up the meaning of that card for different decks, what different people say about the 6 of Wands. Look it up. That's your homework. This one you have homework. You need to look up 6 of Wands and you need to see how it can help you improve by showing you what you need to focus on. And there's that 3 of Wands again. You're at 3 of Wands and you need to start focusing on 6 of Wands. You need to do that by facing your demons. Just focus on the fact that it'll get better. You know, when you're stuck in a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick up my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. So we have the Sun card, then we have the Fool card, we have the Empress. Take a chance. And, you know, let this whole nonsense slide. Get out of the house, get out of your head. Even if you're out of the house, get out of your head. Take your earbuds out. Sit at a coffee shop. Outside if you can. Sit somewhere where you can see people and make eye contact. And as people that you find attractive walk in, I want you to practice Dr. Patricia Allen's 5-second flirt. It's exhilarating and very difficult to do. So you sit there and you count to 5. The first 5 seconds, you make eye contact with that individual. First, try it out with everybody, even if you're not 100% attracted to them. And you smile for 3 seconds. Well, you hold your eye contact for 3 seconds, and then you smile for the last 2. So you make eye contact for 3 seconds, and then you smile for the last 2. And that gives the person a signal that you're not scared of them, you think that they're attractive, and they make you smile. Now, that's if you're in receiving mode, if you're a feminine energy and you want to receive. Now, if you would prefer to be in a masculine energy, then, you do the same thing, and then you would approach the person smiling back at you. And you would say hi, because he who speaks first is masculine. That's the person that's going to be taking charge. That's how you know who's alpha and masculine. That's healthy masculine. Right? You can't approach a shark when it's doing well. It needs to approach you. So if you can approach a shark, it might be a sick shark, right? And then it's going to be a lot of work. So focus on your 6 of Wands. That's your homework. And practice flirting. 5-second flirt. Coffee shop, library. Go to the library. You get all sorts in a library. Some of them are very lovely. Some of them are strange. But they love reading, or they're learning something new, or they're researching something, and they're smart enough to do it at a library, so that's a good sign, right? Flirt at the library. There's your homework. Okay. Now, who is focused on the ancestor candle? First of all, if you've been focused on that, I already have homework for you. You need to connect with your ancestors. You need to give them an offering of thanks and praise. This is just a physical representation of something that you need to do in your soul. Sometimes you need a training wheels, and that's what we do. We give ourselves candles and things to help us as training wheels. Pretty soon you won't need it. You can just focus on them wherever you are and say, thank you. I appreciate you, ancestors. I appreciate you, those who have gone before me. Thank you for teaching me everything you have through passed on DNA. Right? Okay. I keep looking at Earthcraft. Let's do it. This might end up being more than one video because I'll have to upload it and then delete it so that I can make space to make the second one of the videos for this. So this must be a part 1. 39 Thunderstorm. That which will shake my spirit from its core shall uncover the truths within my being. I am present for the becoming of all that I am meant to experience, for it will mold me into the person I am meant to be. I am ready for thunder, to greet the storm brewing from the depths of my bones. Thunderstorms can feel like the end of the world, with rain pouring down, visceral booming thunderclaps, and jagged streaks of lightning spitting the sky. There are moments in our lives like this too, when change is so thorough and complete that we can't do anything else but surrender and trust all will be well in the end. These storms, both in the sky and in our lives, present danger, but ultimately they clear the air and make space for better clarity and focus. Rude awakenings bring clarity to the consequences of our actions or lack of action, right? Beliefs and values you hold dear are put to the test to determine whether or not they are strong enough to hold you as you transcend to your next level. Beliefs and values you hold dear, things that you believe at your core are being tested, and you're going to find out whether they make it with you to the next level or not, whether it still makes sense for you now. You're transforming. Thunderstorm is a warning that you are, or soon will be, in the midst of significant change and upheaval. This is a time to put faith in a higher power and trust in Mother Earth. The events are out of your control, but you can decide how you navigate this storm. Trust that what is taken from you will be replaced, and what is lost is only what you didn't need. Isn't that amazing? What you lost is what you didn't even need. Dance in that rain. It is so empowering to dance in a thunderstorm, knowing that you could die at any minute. Lightning could just come down and strike you dead. But getting out there and dancing in it and just raw, like really getting into it. That's when you appreciate your ancestors protecting you and guiding you, because it's a risk. You're literally risking your life. And it's exhilarating, frightening, and not for everyone. But you are being baptized. Soul loss, spirit of the north, spirit weaver in reverse. The bottom of the deck, forest bathing. Okay, so you've got homework. You need to go out into nature. You're not getting out properly. You need to go out in nature and you need to reconnect with all your chakras, including your 8th chakra. Yes, I said 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th. There are more, but let's start it. We started at 7, now we're at 8. So, your chakras are not aligned. You're feeling this loss, and it is painful. But you need to know that what isn't killing you is making you stronger. It's time to reconnect with your ancestors, with nature. Do it safely, but you need to do it. Get out. Get out under the stars. Go camping. Go forest bathing. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's getting out in the forest, and if you're brave enough, getting a little naked, hopefully nobody walks by, and you just let the sun soak into your whole body. You go out in the middle of where you don't think people will watch you. Be safe about it. Find your way back, obviously. Bring ribbon with you, a whole spool of it, and you can tie ribbons and give yourself directions back. Right? Take it out there. Shake that loose. And cry it out there. Cry it out. Feel it. Feel the tears in nature. Express yourself. Let it out. Get wild. Let it out. And force that new birth. Push that wheel of connecting to creativity. Accept your gifts. You're a warrior woman. You're a warrior woman. This is about paying your karmic debts so that you can experience your abundance. You had to walk through the fire and then dance in the rain, wash it off. You really need to get out in nature, and you need to commune with your ancestors. Anyone who's helped you become who you are, you need to talk to them in the just speak. And then feel a response. How does it feel? Does it feel like love? Does it feel like nothing? Are they moving something around you and you're not paying attention? Are they sharing messages with you in your daily living through experiences and intuitive nudges? Are you appreciating them for that, for keeping you alive and safe to the degree that you are? You're about to run with the wolves. You've got to rise out of this. You've got intuitive powers, like really intensely coming through in the cards. This was to put you through your nights in the desert so that you could transform yourself. You had to do this situation. You had to go through this pain. There was no other way to do it, but now it's time to heal inside. Get back to nature. It's time to rebirth yourself and say a lot of prayers, because you are a very wise one. Shed this skin. Realize you are sacred, and you are so loved by so many things and people and creatures. Make offerings to the spirit of the West. It's funny, they're both facing east for me because of where I'm facing. This is offerings to the West. I think you need to make your offerings to the West. But why is everyone facing east? Spirit of the South. Medicine woman. Sacrifice. Prophetic dreams. You had to go through this dark night of the soul so that you could be light. It's time. Gather up what you have. There's the spirit of the East reaching out to the West for where I'm sitting. I feel like you're in the West and you need to travel east. Is that what's happening? There's going to be a major shift. Things are going to get balanced again. You need to be somewhere where there's like trees and greenery and all sorts of shit. You need to go on your spiritual journey, and this is going to be a ceremony for yourself of recentering every aspect of who you are. You're going on a shamanic journey. I feel like crying. Like you're a shaman. You're a shamaness. You're a shaman. I mean, is there a feminine version of that? Is it just shaman? Medicine woman. You're going through a transformation, and this pain is pushing that forward. You are going to be so powerful. Please get out in nature. I mean, I'm hoping I read the cards right. It looks like you're in the west, but you need to go east. I don't know. Am I reading that right? You definitely experienced some major loss here, or you're about to. And this is going to transform you. It's time to go, my friend. You have much to do. Your transformation lies ahead. So what are you going to do? Do you stay west? Do you go east? Do you go south? You need greenery. You need to be able to afford being out in nature. Maybe you need to go to the rainforest for a minute, and then you need to go east. Well, technically, isn't that southeast? And maybe you're west, northwest. Go visit the rainforest. I'm not telling you to lick frogs or anything, but maybe you need to go connect with the people there. Or wherever your family is from, see if there's a rainforest-esque kind of level of connecting. Maybe you've got giant woods, and I don't know, I feel like you need to go to the rainforest. You need to travel. Wherever this is, you need to go to the jungle, the rainforest. You need to go. You need to reconnect. You're going to be amazing, connective, healing shaman. You're going to save lives, but first you got to save your own. Reconnect with your ancestors and their powers. Reconnect with yourself and the powers that lie within from all your many lifetimes. There's so much potential locked inside us if we could just touch it. But yeah, you're going to feel heartache and loss for sure at first. I mean, sorry. That's kind of the journey. That's the journey, you know? It's just how it is. It's journey, but it's a journey. You know? You are sacred comes up again. Seriously? I'm getting goosebumps. You need to get out in nature. You're going to be so abundant. Forest bathing, spirit of the north. You're going to go to more than one forest and do some forest bathing. You need to travel to all the corners of the earth. You're a warrior woman. You need to go through your ceremony and run with the wolves. Not literally, but you know, you need to go get out there and get wild. Do it safely, please. I'm not responsible for your stupidity or your intelligence. What happens for you is because of you putting in the work or not putting in the work. That's entirely up to you. It's not my fucking choice if you do or do not do something. So you want me to take responsibility for your actions? This is an entertainment channel. This is for entertainment purposes only, because I am not responsible for you doing or not doing something. These are options. But I keep seeing ceremony, man. Dude, seriously. You really need to get out in nature and do some offerings. And by offerings, I mean flowing that love back into nature. Going out, I I don't care if you hug it or not, but maybe water it, give it some food. Clear up the dead brush around it so it can survive and thrive. Do something nice for a tree. Do something nice for a bush. I don't care. I don't care how crazy it sounds or seems. Just get out there and garden for free for a minute. You're going to meet some very amazing people who are going to appreciate you doing it. And some people who are going to think it's futile. And you just got to let them feel it. But if you could convert just one of those apathetic ones into fellow forest gardeners, you may have started a trend, my dear, and you might just very well save the planet. I don't know, but I feel like you need to go. You're going to save the world. No more sadness. You're going to, pretty soon, once you've mastered this, you're actually not going to be egotistical about it at all. You'll work through that. And you'll realize you're just going where the wind is pushing you to go, which is eventually going to be into the darkness, because you're one of my soul sisters. And you know, we got to go to the darkness so that we can shine the light. You know, I don't like dealing with spirits all the time. I don't like helping people clear out their garbage, but it needs to be done. Bossing up, glowing up, and brightening up the world. Yeah, but you just definitely were paying a karmic debt. You had to experience this. There's something in one of your previous lives you had to make up for, because you can't go around healing other people until you're as light as a feather. And the only way you get light as a feather is if you pay your karmic debts, whether through self-sacrifice or the sacrifice that has been forced upon you. Okay? If you don't choose, then it gets chosen for you. And it creates great sadness. So now it's time to level up. You've paid your debts. Now it's time to move. I just am in awe of your energy, and I'm humbled and proud of you. Very good. I'm very proud of you. Okay. Next. Tarot cards. You were focused on the Weight, the Rider-Waite deck, AE Weight. That's what you were focusing on. That's where these cards are coming from. Okay. The Magician. Okay. Is this a crotch washer? What does she call it? A crotch watcher? The Real Housewives of Tarot. I think she calls them crotch watchers. A cross watcher. Masculine watching for their feminine. What? That's very interesting reading. Well, welcome, sir. I appreciate your patronage. Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something, and it's emotional and it's painful. Your whole happy family energy was totally ripped from you, and you feel like you don't. It's like you feel like you're losing your luck, you know? Ah. Oh, Ace of Cups just fell on the floor. So you got to work for it, just like I just did. But, you know, I worked smarter, not harder. I picked the card up off the floor with my toe this time. So I just picked it up with my toe and handed it to my hand, or footed it to my hand. You know, I had to, you know, reach for it. So your new emotional beginning, sir, you're going to have to work for it. It's not going to come to you. But it's there and it's beautiful. It's really lovely. But you had to experience this heartbreak first. You had to lose it all in this fight. But the fight's over. You know? You're not a page anymore yourself. You're thinking, do I really want this new beginning with this Queen of Pentacles energy, this woman who's working on her monies? She's generous. Like, I see her being kind to other people. She's also the Queen of Cups. Like, she fulfills me emotionally. I don't feel like I have any other options. Like, I feel like she's the one I gotta be looking at. Like, I don't want it to be over with her. I don't want to be in this Eight of Swords energy anymore, and I don't want to be in Towers, you know. I just want this to speed up. Because I'm thrown off. Like, I don't feel good. And I'm not letting it get to me anymore. I'm bossing up, but I feel pretty weak about this. And I'm still not 100% sure if I want to go. But I'm sad. But she can be sharp-tongued, and it's scary. And I don't want her to say something that's going to hurt me. I'm putting in all this work. But I don't want her to be the one that got away. I'm like seriously thinking about this. I'm putting in the work though. Like, I want to have this happy family and this beautiful life with this person. But, you know, I'm personally not very wealthy right now. I'm King of Pentacles. You know, maybe they might have stole from you in the past. Someone stole this new beginning from you before, and you didn't get to marry her the first time, and it really made you go in and think about this happy family. I feel like you were tricked. You were lied to. You were treated poorly. There were addictions at play and immaturities. And you just felt like you were fighting all the time. But you weren't asking anyone for help. So you weren't asking, so obviously you're not getting the lovers because you're not asking. You need to shine light on this situation. You need to be 100% honest. You need to come in swiftly, like the King of Wands you are. I say, I don't have the money. You know, I don't have the money, but I can't go on without you. I don't have my new beginning without you. I don't want anybody else. I don't want this to be over. I just feel like shit all the time, and I'm an emperor and I need my empress. I don't have my empress, and I want it to be you. Queen of Wands, I want it to be you. My spiritual priestess. But I feel like I can't get there. I can't go until I have got money to, like, talk to you. My work life is totally shit. I'm not at peace. I'm not stable yet. So I'm not coming in because I just don't feel like I have it. I'm not coming in. Well, sir, if you don't come in, there will be no success, because you will have never tried, which means you have lost 100%, instead of potentially only lost by 50%. You increase your odds by trying, my dear. If you do not try, you definitely lose. If you try and you lose, at least you've learned something and you tried. Okay? At least you tried. Or do you want to just be in sadness all the time, pining over this new beginning with her? You gotta speak up and stop living with heartbreak and heartache. You have to use your words. I know men use less words, but you still use them, so use them. Save all your words for the day for her, and go and be completely honest with her. Yeah, you're gonna be sad about it. You gotta take this leap, though. You know, it looks like you were generous with people, and they took your kindness for weakness, and they fucked your life up. But you really want this new beginning. You can't complete this cycle until you do this. You have to approach the Queen of Wands yourself. This is really burdening you. Being honest scares the shit out of you. That's why you're not coming in. Well, you can be addicted to feeling shitty too, you know? You could be addicted to never having enough, always working, feeling like you never have enough. But you'll never be. So you need to think about this. Just say, look, I'm never going to be perfect. But if you want me, I want you. These are the illusions that I shared with you that aren't true. These are the lies. These are the misconceptions. Because I didn't want you to not like me. I wanted you to like me. But this is my real situation. And this is what I'm doing about it. If you like me, I'm here. Sage. We're going to do Sage next. Are you a gambler? Whether like actual gambling or like gambling with regards to decisions or people or whatever? Are you like someone who takes risks, hoping for gains? But it never seems to really move you forward? You feel a bit stuck? Maybe you have a kid? You're trying to make movement happen, but you're not feeling the movement? And it's kind of fun in a way to fantasize about someone helping you so that you could raise your kid. It looks like you're being called out. You're being judged for your reverse Six of Wands. I feel like this one needs to be read. I mean, this has come up multiple times in multiple readings. Mosi legend. Burkina Faso. The Six of Wands represents victory and success, a warrior princess. Yanenga is her father's most prized fighter. Her skill is so great he never wishes to part with her, but she rebels. She seeks her own path and recognition for her deeds. Upright, it is victory, praise, achievement, reward, and fame. But in reverse, it's ego, pride, disrepute, a fall from grace. Now I see ego, pride, disrepute, a fall from grace. So you're being called out for judging, either for you judging other people, probably because your own ego and pride. So you're feeling like, I should be the one. I should be the one with him. Because I'm awesome. And it's like, okay, well, but because you're in that mindset and you're not just living in your power, you're being called out. You're being judged by the Most High. You're being judged by Spirit. And you are going through this, and you're being stuck here in this situation, and you're going to keep being stuck in this situation until you learn to let go of your ego and your pride. No, you don't deserve anything unless you put in the work and unless it's your time. Half of it was your a third of it is your responsibility. A third of it is whether or not it's for you, because if it's not, it's going to pass you by. A third of it is spirit. 2 of those you don't control unless you put in the work. So you have to watch your lack of self-confidence, because that's what causes the ego and the pride. And you're being judged on it until you are humbled. And you will continue to be judged on it, and you will be thrown back in this cycle over and over again until your ego and your pride have reduced down to nothing. I am so thick-headed. My higher power, my divine, my God, had to throw me into proper homelessness with the experience of having your car home taken from you by the police and impounded, the Garda, and proper find a spot on the cement between 2 other homeless people who thankfully had our backs and were kind to us and helpful to us and understanding and compassionate, which is more than what we got from the cops, unfortunately. It should be the other way around, you would think, but it's not. My ego and my pride were so great because my lack of self-confidence was so great. I did not feel strong in myself, so I puffed myself up like a chihuahua. And I needed to get deflated by Spirit and show me, let it go. Let it go. You're okay. Let it go. I got you. No matter what happens, I got you. And you're not going to complete the cycle until you let this go. Well, I want to be the one. Okay, well, you know what? You're not. And that's your lesson. Your lesson is you're not. Because you're not there yet. And you're going to keep feeling this, and you're going to keep going through this over and over again until you heal from this. And the way you heal from this is self-love. You need to cleanse out that old energy with sage. Clear out the toxic masculine energy that you've surrounded yourself with, or have been surrounded by, or have maybe come from. You need to heal this. Humble yourself. Next time someone says something awesome about themselves, say, congratulations, I'm really happy for you. And mean it. Don't one-up them. Don't say, well, mine is better, I'm doing this. No, let it go. Be genuinely appreciative and thankful for other people. sharing their blessings with you, even if it's just to tell you about them, because that means that it's one step closer to you. And you need to appreciate that person bringing that energy into your life by speaking goodness and love and prosperity about themselves. And maybe you can attach a little bit of that to yourself energetically just simply by hearing the story and focusing on it, giving you something to meditate on, right? I'm not saying steal their life. I'm saying let it go. You are not better than everyone. And that's okay, because not everyone is better than you. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. And you're not going anywhere until you learn this goddamn lesson. But when you learn it, oh my God. You have to go through your dark night of the soul, and you haven't gone through it yet because you haven't decided. You haven't decided to get rid of this, stinking thinking. Get rid of these preconceived notions and ideas about who you are, where you come from, or whatever. You gotta let it go. And if you do this, then you go through your dark night of the soul. Because that's where the pain is. And pain signifies where the change is required. Hey, this hurts. I need to fix this. Right? Hey, this hurts. I need to fix this. Clear it out. Get some sage. Get some Palo Santo. Burn them. Walk around your space and wave it around your body and your home and your car and just cleanse everything and pray. Pray on everything being gentle on you during your dark night of the soul so that you can learn it and boss up faster. You have to go through your dark night of the soul before you can boss up, glow up, and then brighten up the world around you. You can't expect to receive anything beautiful and lovely if you are not open enough to receive. And in order to be open to receiving, you have to let the ego go. That's the first step. And then the real work begins. This isn't the death of you, okay? This is just you putting in the work. It's not a new beginning. It's just slow, trustworthy work. It's not about a man. It's not about other people. It's not about communication. It's about going through this tower. And then hermiting yourself for a minute to think about your shit. How do I stop being foolish? How do I just focus on this slow, positive movement? This is just really hard work. You need the death of your old perspectives to bring about the rebirth of the perspectives that are going to save your life and save your lineage. But you gotta let go of the ego. Well, I'm the best. No, you're not. Well, I'm the worst. No, you're not. Let it go. You are what you are. Contribute what you can contribute. Stop talking about it. Stop trying to one-up people. Just let it go. You're not going anywhere until you learn this lesson. It's going to keep repeating itself. You need to have more faith. Don't marry this man. He has a lot of options and he exercises them. You need to do this on your own, and you need to go slow, and you need to work on your own abundance and shedding light and love toward others. I don't know if you're ready for this. I mean, you're going to be here a while, I think, unless you decide to not be here anymore. But I've told you what needs to be done in order for you to move forward. Yeah, this isn't about a dude. And if you end up with a dude, he's gonna fuck with your chi. This is not a time to be with somebody else. This is a time to be with yourself. Don't rush into something because you feel like you have to. You don't. Take it slow. And trust yourself. And humble yourself. Go feed the homeless, literally. Go dish out food for people. Or offer to do something lovely for them. Go to see if the women's shelter will vet you and allow you to help the women and children there. Bring your kids and have your kids play with them and help them through it too. Bring them toys. Humble yourself. And then, maybe then, it took me ages, okay, I'm slow, but I eventually got there, and I believe that you will too, okay? Just gotta let it go. You can't control everything, you know? Trust me, I tried, it doesn't work. And now people think I'm just this flighty, crazy person who just doesn't make plans, but the problem is I make plans upon plans upon plans. But at the end of the day, I know that all your plans mean nothing, because God will be everywhere, orchestrating everything, and I can put in all the work I want, but if it's not meant to be at that moment, it's not going to happen. I can hit my head against the wall as many times as I want to till I crack my skull open and I start bleeding. That's my prerogative, but wouldn't it be so much better to not do that? You know? Hitting your head against that wall is having ego and believing that you're better than somebody else. For any reason. Even if you are better than them. Do you really need to acknowledge that sort of energy? Because chances are they're better at you at something. Humble yourself. Clear out that toxic energy. This stems from issues you have with money. But it's a spiritual problem, not a monetary problem. That's why you need to heal spiritually. And then the money will come. But it's not going to come a moment sooner. It'll come exactly when it's supposed to. Stop worrying about it. Work on letting go of your ego. Whoever this is, I don't see a man in here anywhere. At all. There's no man in here for you right now. Until you put in the work, you're not at a frequency where you should have one at all near you. Until you do the work. And anyone you do find is going to be horrible because you're trying to fill a gap that you need to fill yourself. Focus on your kid. Focus on teaching him or her how to give. And be gentle and kind with themselves and others. Put down the swords, let go of your ego, and cleanse out all this garbage shit that you've built up over the years. All these weird defense mechanisms that are now just buried landmines that you don't know where they are. And, you know, some unsuspecting victim walks by and it triggers one of your landmines, and you're not going anywhere until you transform this. You're not going anywhere. You're in the waiting place. You got to put the work in. You have so many options right now. It's insane. You just got to put in the work and not worry about receiving right now. You need to worry about putting in the work and giving. And humbling yourself while you do it. I don't have anything to give. Okay, give your time. You have time. Oh, I don't even have time. Well, you need to make time. So sacrifice something in terms of your schedule. And make sure it's something you can do with your child so that they're not something you need to cut out. You need to add them back in. Okay, I'm going to take a break from this so that I can take my child to go volunteer and help other people. Right? Yeah, you're not going anywhere until this is finished. Okay. I'm getting drained. How many more do we have? 2 or 3? We have this one. We have this one. Right? Did I label that one? This one and that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? It's the cards and then the lighters. Okay. I might need to do this, I'll have just fire through. Let's do it. Let's see how long this video will go before I have to upload. If I don't get to you, sorry. This is for this. Now this is my cactus cup. Temperance flew out. It's fire energy, it's alchemy, peace, transformation. It's fire energy, it's very spiritual energy. You are not closing out this cycle. So whatever this is, it isn't over yet. Messages do not want to come out for you, and when they do, they're all in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 7 of Coins in reverse. The World in reverse. You're not putting in the work, so you're not getting your new beginning, and you're not getting your new opportunity for leveling up. You need to focus on Temperance energy. I feel like you have a lot of talent that you aren't tapping into. Because you're so focused on a relationship with this Page of Cups energy that it's throwing you off your game. It's not coming. It's a third-party situation for your monies. They're going to leave you sad. It's time for you to take a leap of faith. You're not putting in the right work. You need to look at this differently, okay? You're not going to meet your King of Cups until you become the High Priestess. You're not being very discerning right now, and it's causing just burdens. But you need to understand that you have to go through this so that you can transform. Okay? But you're locking yourself in your head about this lost family opportunity, this loss of an emotional relationship with someone. But you need to focus on your new beginning. This isn't coming to you. But it's also not a fight. And it's not cruelty. It's just, someone who's not in their power. Once you transform, you will be rewarded with emotional fulfillment and love with the King of Coins energy. So you got to put the work into yourself first. It works if you work it and you're worth it. Look up the Temperance card. You need to work on embodying this energy. Don't worry about it. And don't be bitchy or bitter about it. Now you want to block my chakras because I'm not telling you what you want to hear. Well, I'm sorry. Not sorry. We all have work to do, including you. You're not special. Except in the work that you must do. That's what makes you special. You're not putting in the work. You're not reflecting properly. You have all this waiting for you. But you got to put in the work. Sometimes when I'm stuck, I give and volunteer and help. And I persist at that. And it opens me up to receiving. Transform the energy for yourself, please. Okay. Next message. Yes, it's that short. The painting. Knight of Swords in reverse. The more you put into this, with this energy, the more pain you're going to receive here. There is no new beginning or new hope with this situation, because whoever it is, they're just after your money. And it's going to leave you sad. And they're not going to level up or boss up. Yeah, I went through this too. You have to. This is another dark night of the soul. I feel like this is just everybody's going through their own dark night of the soul because they're having to learn that they need to put the work in. Stop being foolish. Stop pining over this energy just so that you don't have to feel sad about it. Oh, I don't have any options. This was my only new beginning with this Knight of Cups. Oh, I can't go on. I feel so weak about it. I'll never be able to move on if I don't have this marriage. You need to swiftly get out of your head. This person's a piece of shit. You're being saved from something. Appreciate it and let it go. Cactuses are pretty from a distance, but you don't want to go up and touch them. They're quite pokey. That's not the kind of tree you hug. Unless you're wearing the right gear. You want happy family, but you're not putting in the work. Because you feel like you're not getting anything in return. Well, you're not giving enough. And I don't mean like giving to people whatever they want. I mean being in giver mode instead of receiver mode. When you're sitting at home in your room alone, pining over someone, you're in receiver mode because you're desiring and you're wanting and you're pining over something. You need to physically get yourself into a giving mode to balance that out. Stop pining over what you don't have. Start working on what you do have. It's not this dude, though. Let it go. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but if you don't transform, like, there's no happiness here. And it's just gonna, like, really throw you into yourself. And it's gonna make you super bitchy. But there's that Six of Wands again. You can have victory, but not in the lover's situation. This is about finding your inner powers. You know, we always want to externalize and worry about other people when we really need to be worried about ourselves and our own emotional health. Give yourself a new emotional beginning with yourself. Pour into your own cup for a minute. Right? Pour into your own cup for a minute. Don't worry about him. He's not yours. He's a liar. And he wants to be a thief. So he hasn't stolen from you yet, maybe, but he is about to. And he's trying to. And my throat chakra is being blocked, so they didn't want me telling you that. I guess that's why it was the end of the reading. Next. So that was this. Oh no, that was this. You really didn't want that energy on you, huh? I wonder if you two are being scammed by the same person. For some reason, you and you are connected for some reason. And I don't know why or how or what. I don't want that to be my story. These two are connected, these two people. Are you two fighting over this one dude? Well, he's not coming. You're going to sacrifice yourself and your own victory for this illusion of love that's not there? Well, then you're going to continue to be like this all the time. And maybe you just want to feel sorry for yourself. And if you do, that's cool too. I've done that for a little while, but at some point it gets old. You know? It does. You have so many options. And yet you're choosing to continue this. It's time for you to go within. You will only find your lover when you persist in giving. And not to this page in reverse that's trying to cause this horrible tower for you because they're super addicted to garbage shit. And then, you lose everything. You lose everything. And all you wanted was happy family. But you're being given an opportunity to spin the wheel again. I think both of you are being given an opportunity to get rid of this fucking asshole and have your lover and have your peace. But you got to do the work inside first. And I don't think, and this is not your lover. This was the energy that was needed and required so that you could do all the hard work and get your King of Coins. But you have to do the work yourself first. You need to focus on within and do the work. Okay, now where are we? The Earthcraft Oracle deck, if you are focused on this. Let's do another one from here. The Fern, number 9. Ground and light practice. We can learn from the Fern card that no matter where you are, you can always find the light if you open yourself up to it. It is time you let go of low vibrational energies that weigh you down. Ground yourself and reach for brilliant light to fill your soul. Stand barefoot on naked earth, under the sun with your arms down by your sides. Close your eyes and slow your breath. Envision thick tree-like roots sprouting out of your feet and into the earth. Allow the roots to sink deep into the core. Lift your arms to the sky with your palms to the sun. Envision the sun beaming into your hands, a magnificent golden light that absorbs into your skin and flows all through your body. As you ground yourself, you are releasing negativity, which our Mother Earth is happy to take away from you, and the sun recharges you with powerful high vibrational energy. Ferns begin to sprout during the early days of spring, breaking through damp, packed winter soil. At first they are curled inward and compact until they free themselves for the constriction around them. But once they rise above the heaviness and the darkness, they are free to unravel and expand into the world. You're coming out of your dark night of the soul, my dear. Pulling the Fern card is an indication that you may have some lower vibrations swirling around you. Perhaps you have toxic people in your life, such as a cruel coworker, a critical parent, or a gossiping friend. It's easy to get trapped in lower vibrational energies, especially when that is what you know. But you are an enlightened soul and can rise above through the negativity and stagnation. Fern guides you to reach for the light, even when there is only darkness surrounding you. Meet negativity with high vibrational energies like compassion, curiosity, and empathy. Staying in your light helps others to remember their own. Lost souls could simply need someone who is willing to listen with a loving heart that is free of judgment. If nothing else, staying in your light protects you from those who are not ready to have a joyful and heart-centered existence. It's time to free yourself from all this negativity and pain and hurt. It's time to come out of the darkness and reach out into the light. Your dark night of the soul is over if you allow it to be. Let go of this. Focus on your spiritual journey. And there you will find abundance. You need to go within. You are surrounded by so many things and items and energies that love you. Look up the coyote and the deer energy. Look up the fern and feathers. And look up the Wheel of Fortune if you want. And the crow. It's time. Okay, last reading is for the lighter. Well, can I just, are you going to get this person? Is he yours or no? Well, this is all about yourself. It doesn't say yes, but it doesn't say no. It just says step out of the darkness for a minute. Focus on the light. Come out of your dark night of the soul. Focus on your inner strength and power. Yeah, but does she get the guy? Let's try it again. Those who are focused on the Earthcraft Oracle. Step into the light. This is not a no. This is not a no. This is a potentially. You could have hope about this. I see you having 10 of Cups if you take a chance and close out a cycle. I think you're going to get stronger. It's really sad because of what you lose. But then you have 2 of Cups. So you're going to have to put in the work. There's going to be justice with regards to this Queen of Swords energy. You and your children will be happy and safe and balanced. There's going to be justice for how this person or these people were treating you. Is the message over? No? sadness, emotional distress. So this, emotional page energy, this weak person makes you cry, but then you leave with your child, and it ends up being, because of a third party tower situation. You have an option between a page or an emperor. Who are you going to choose, the page or the emperor? But that doesn't answer my question. Maybe it's not supposed to. Every other one was almost pretty much quite literally almost a no. One of them was a potentially. But this one is the most one closest to maybe. Okay, what about the lighter? But you gotta put the work in. You gotta come out of your dark night of the soul, The lighter, Wheel of Fortune. The death of an old situation. You no longer have options, but you're not sad anymore. There's a new emotional beginning. There's no justice here with what they stole from you. You need to focus on the new emotional opportunity that lies ahead and stop focusing on all this negative garbage that you left behind. You're being given an opportunity to spin the Wheel of Fortune and have a new emotional beginning. Don't worry about all that shit from before. Let it go. Let it die. Just let it go. Let your ideas and your beliefs and your expectations, let all that go. Okay? Don't worry about the one that got away that you're not marrying. Don't worry about him. Because that'll just lock you in your head. I think you're the magician. You need to focus on your own power first. You're going to have a tower because there's not going to be movement because this person is in devil energy. So they're pretending to be someone that they're not. But I did see the potential for love energy here. So I think once you let the past go, the new beginning comes in, and then you have your Wheel of Fortune. Is it with this particular person or is it with somebody else? That I don't know, and the cards won't tell me. I don't think we're allowed to know yet, because Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups in reverse, Knight of Swords upright. We're not allowed to know. And I think it's because his energy, he's got to decide where he's going in order. Yeah. He's still heartbroken over his own third-party situations and the lies that he had uncovered by this Queen of Wands energy that destroyed his whole emotional setup. He lost hope. Feels like he can't go on. He's experiencing judgment of himself or others. He's feeling betrayed, and he's stuck in his head about it. There is lovers, but it's not right now, and it's not. He's taking on lovers, but he's not moving to the one that fulfills him. He's not ready. He's still transforming, and he's still hermiting. He's still mourning the loss of all this. So we're not really allowed to know yet, because depending on what he decides will determine what happens. If he ends up with someone or not. If he ends up with someone else or not. It depends on what he does and where he decides to go. Everyone working on their energy to lift themselves up will determine who's in his space when he does decide and transform or not to transform. Who he ends up with. And I think that's why we're not allowed to know. Yeah, okay. It's not about being cruel. It's just a matter of fact. You know? He's not the magician right now. He's just a page. He's got to boss up himself first. I think the High Priestess is helping him with that. And he's willing to take this new foolish, wild beginning with regards to work. He's leaving something that was no longer serving him, and he's heading toward a High Priestess right now to discuss this Nine of Swords energy and this potential happy family. Because he doesn't see it. I think he's gonna talk to a spiritual consultant. I'm very curious to see what he does with the information. Because, you know, I think that the answer is you don't know who he's going to be with yet, because he hasn't made himself known to the frequency yet. There's so many levels and so many frequencies. Are you on the same frequency as him when he's there? And then there's chance, and then there's the work you put into yourself, and how much work he puts into himself. So let's do the lighter now. I mean, whoever's focusing on the lighter. You're going to have to be persistent at whatever it is you're doing. This reading is for me. Okay, well, the lighter, if you're focusing on it, maybe you've got some elements of what I'm going through as well. So it's time to be persistent with your gifts and sharing. You're being watched. Stay loyal and faithful to your mission. Keep connecting to what has passed and what is still to come. I'm being slowed down for a reason. returning home, wallowing frustration and delays. I know I need to go, but the circumstances have to be ready for me to go. So Spirit keeps yelling at me to move, and I'm not moving, and it's mad because if I can't move soon, my work is delayed and the amount of people that I help is reduced. And yet I am being stuck in the waiting place, and I'm being told that I have a choice to go now, and I'm not leaving. But I really don't. There's other things on the plate. I know I need to go into Hangman. I know I need to go. I know I need to go. Okay. I'm leaving. Seriously? Everything's on hold until I go. Everything's shitty until I go. Everything is shitty until I go. It's time for me to hermit and transform and move and start again. Focus on my relationships. Focus on my mission and my fight. Focus on bringing judgment to the lies. Just destroying happy homes and families and love. Transform this energy. You need to move swiftly, or you're going to have a tower. If you're gonna have happy family, you need to have a new emotional beginning, and you're not gonna get that unless you fucking move. I know. Stop yelling at me. See, I told you I'd show up in this reading. Alright, on that note, as I'm done being bitch slapped by Spirit, we're all in this together, right? Last card. Hangman in reverse. Transformation Temperance card. Yeah, I know. Okay, I understand, alright? I'm packing up and I'm getting ready to go. Alright, I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Are you happy now? So that reading is over. If you're comfortable with sharing it with the world, don't give me any money and I'll post it. If you're not comfortable with me sharing it with the world because you feel there's too much of yourself in this, you can pay me for it. It's 10 readings. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I charge $33 for every half hour. You do the math. Okay. I love you, and let me know if you want to pay for it or if you want to release it and share it. I won't charge you if you share it. If you keep the information to yourself, you have to pay for it. I think that's fair, right? At least you have the option. And I didn't say your name, so it's not like anybody knows this is your reading. But yeah, it's up to you. Let me know. All right. I love you. You got this.